Hi everyone, it's Paula. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. Today we are going to be doing a little bit of paper crafting or having some fun with some paper, some book pages, some scrap paper, whatever you have. Let's pull it out and have some fun. So I made these cute little envelopes or pockets, but they are paper clips. So inside, very simple, I also made little journaling cards. So the back is just coffee dyed paper. I don't know if you can see it. The glare is really bad, but each one has has three small little journaling cards that you can add any little notes to, put them back in, and then find a page in your journal, and voila, it fits perfectly in there. So like I said, it can go on the side, or I didn't say it, but you can add it to the side, you can add it to the top. It does not add a lot of bulk if you put less of the little journaling cards in there. But it's a great little cute idea to make. I lost it now. Where is it? Okay. And yeah, just use some book pages, well, we'll get into how I made it because we're going to go ahead and make some, but we're going to make some that are Christmas style. So these two, I just added just little buttons, but they're faux buttons. I guess you can, if you wanted to add some string and wrap it up, totally do that one. This one's just nothing additional. Did round the corners. This one, I added a little bit of lace to it, so it gives it a little extra zhoosh. But yeah, these, let me show you what the backs look like. It's just that. Now you can do something with the back if you choose to, but again, it's going to be paper clipped in your journal. Oh, that paper clip came out. I need to secure the paper clip because I obviously forgot to do that. So it doesn't come out. And the paper clip is hidden so you don't see it from the inside. Again, the little journaling cards. Oh, this one had 4 in it. Wow, okay. No wonder this one felt a little bulkier. 3 journaling cards. And we'll go in and make those as well. All right, guys, let's get into starting this off. This video may be in phases, or I may just have to do it in different stages because I do need to let glue dry and all that good stuff. So the napkin that I'm going to be using is this beautiful holly berry with music notes in the background. I don't know if you can tell that. So I've already taken off 1 layer of the extra, the ply. So it was a 3 ply. I guess it would be 2 ply, right? So now I'm just going to take off the last layer. Sometimes they come off easy, sometimes they don't. Oh, this one seems to be really tough. Note to self, I probably could have done this later. I'm giving my things time to dry, but I didn't, so let's just finish it off now. Okay, so that's ready for us when we're at that stage. Book pages. So I'm just using, okay, this is a 7.5 by 5 1/4, 7.5 by 5 1/4. I don't know how many pages here, maybe 10 pages. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off all the blank edges. So I don't want blank edges. I may keep the top and the bottom, but the sides I'm cutting off. And if it's easier for you to just cut it with scissors, then just cut it with scissors. I'm just doing this just because I like that edge, you know? Although when you're doing so many pages, it really doesn't give you that edge that well. All right, we're just going to keep that like that. Next, in order to give me more of a steady, thick, I'm gluing 2 pages together. Okay, so, and the back page, I'm turning it upside down. The reason I do that is so that when I fold it, my wording is going to be right side up. Now that's not important because we cover it with napkins, but if you choose not to cover with napkins, then I guess that's where it turns out to be important. So yeah, I'm just going to use regular stick glue, which I haven't used in a while. And the reason I'm okay just using this is because I will just do some sewing at some point to keep the little pockets closed. So again, I'm doing 2 pieces of paper just so that you get a little bit more of a thickness to it. So I'm just going to do that. And then once that is dry, then we can move to the next step. So if that's that way, I need this one to be this way. I hope I did this right. Yeah. And it's okay if it's not completely perfect, because that's okay. That's part of the aesthetic of making something by hand, guys, is having it have, I'm not going to call them imperfections because they're not, right? That's what makes them unique. Anyways, this is perfect for inside a journal, any type of journal, junk journal, planning journal, prayer journal. How cute would this be in a prayer journal? And then these little can have these little journaling cards. If I can get one out, you can add a little prayer in the back. That would be a cute idea. I obviously didn't cut enough paper because I have an uneven amount. That's okay. 4 is good because that's what I seem to be doing in 4s. Now, if you want more perfection in your folds, or I'm sorry, in your cuts so that the papers are even, then go in with scissors or go in with your cut, and what is that called? Your paper cutter, and give it a straighter line. This is a little sticky because I didn't put anything down, so hold on. I don't want everything to be too sticky. Okay, we're good. All right, so now I'm going to take my page that I just glued together. I'm going to figure out how far up I want it to be folded. I think that's good. And when I fold down, I'm going to leave a little bit of a space so that it folds properly. If you have a bone folder, you can use that to kind of give you that good crease. You can use a ruler. You can use, if you have an old credit card. I had something and I can't remember where I left it to save my life. Okay, anyways. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to fold it where I think I want it. Yep. Let's see, I knew that wasn't. I sometimes use the words too. So if you just line up the words, then you should get a straight little fold, which is nice. Okay, so I have all three of them, all four of them, sorry, I'm doing four. I have them all folded. This is what they're going to be. So again, they're going to be little pockets, envelopes, whatever you want to call them. So what I am going to do next is we are going to just Mod Podge my napkin. Now here is what I do. Call me crazy, but I will first, and you don't have to do this. Some people use glue instead, which is perfectly fine. Do what works for you. I'm going to put a little bit of Mod Podge here. I sew after I have everything dried on here. I'm going to put just a little bit on just so that it gives it that tackiness. I am then going to put my napkin in down. Now I am going to, so I try to get that evenness, and you don't have to do it this way either. There, you can just cut it here and be all good and done with it, right? But I want it to be a continued. Oh, all right, you know what? No, I think what I'm going to do actually is cut it. Just to make it easier to show. Okay, so now I have that. But before I do the Mod Podge on the top of this, I am going to add the second piece of the napkin on the top. And this just gives it like a continuation effect. So it's like if it just continued. Okay, so here's what I have. Okay, so here's the bottom flap, here's the top flap. When it's all said and done, it's going to marry together very nicely. So let's go ahead and you definitely have to be careful not to have this part close up on you. But anyways, I'm going to follow the same process for the remaining three that we have. And then I will be back once they completely dry and we will continue to the next steps in this simple, cute little paperclip envelope, paperclip pouch project. We'll be back, guys. And by we, I mean I'll be back. Okay, so now our napkins that we've Mod Podged on our folded pages are completely dry. I'm going to go ahead and go through making this one. And I've already done the other three. So all I did was cut off the excess napkin, which we're going to do with this one here. And then I just simply went to my sewing machine and just sewed. I sewed one here, one down, and one down on each side. You don't have to sew. You can glue. Maybe this one will just glue instead of sew, because I know some people don't have sewing machines. But let's go ahead and cut off the excess. Okay. Oh, no. See, just make sure that you cut off all excess. Okay. So this is coming on. I'm going to go ahead and round the edges of the flap. You can do that with scissors. I just so happen to have this here, so that's what I'm using. Okay, and I said this one, I'm going to go ahead and round this here too, since I'm not going to sew it. So I just rounded the flap as well as this part here that will remain down. So I'm just going to take some glue. Okay. So we're going to let that sit for a little bit. I want to make sure that it actually grabs. And now, like I said, this one, I added the paper clip already. This one, I added the paper clip as well in the back, but the way that I did it, it actually cut through both of the layers of pages. So now you have the paper clip showing right here on the inside, which I'm okay with. It doesn't bother me. If you're bothered by it, then you just need to make sure that when you're cutting, in order for it to fit properly on your page, like that, on the edge of your page, you need to just make sure that the paper clip is the highest possible at the toppest part of the envelope in the back. So you want it as high as possible to make sure that it fits properly in your journal, whether it's on the side or on the top, so that it doesn't protrude out too much or at all. So this one, for example, I did it a little bit higher. Single page. So you can see it doesn't protrude out as much. Okay, so here's how I do it. I'm just using this little knife that I have, and I am slightly cutting it at the very top. If you want to find the middle, these are 4 1/4 inches in length. So my middle would be, what, 2 1/2 quarter. If you have thick paper, then you're better. So see here, I'm in the paper, but you can't see it. So this one actually cut through properly. So I was able to get through the first page, not cut through the second page. So all that means is when I stick my paper clip in, it's not going to go through and show on the other side. I hope this makes sense. If you have an easier way of doing it, do it that way. This is just how I'm doing it. Oh. I'm just going to add a little bit of glue right here because I want it to not slide up and down. Okay, so this one has the paper clip. Oh. All right, let's do the paper clip in this one. And these paper clips I just got at Staples. It's 100 count of the gold small paper clips. Okay, and we got that one in too. Okay, so these are all done. Now let's make the little journaling cards on the inside. So I have these playing cards from some game. We're not going to worry about the words that are on there, right? So it's just a regular playing card that's 2 inches by 3.5 inches. So 2 inches by 3.5 inches. I glued down some type of blank paper, line. You can do line paper. I've done graph paper. Oh, graph paper somewhere here. Maybe not. Maybe it's all lined. Just plain coffee dyed paper. So this is just white lined paper. And then what I do is I will take like this music note paper here, and glue down and then cut it. And that's my base. Okay, so something to keep in mind. So here you'll see the ones that I've already done. Again, I try to do something ahead of time because if not, it'll take a long time, right? The video will be very long, and not that I'm opposed to long videos, but sometimes people don't like that. So these are exactly the same. These are the same cards, but you can tell that they are smaller. Now they're smaller because they need to fit in here. And while this does fit in here, it's a little tight and snug. So what I decided to do was cut it a little bit or just round the corners. So these I actually did cut. This I'm just rounding the corners just to show you kind of the idea of it. And then you'll see that it'll fit properly in there. Okay, so we have this. Now we can decorate these. And I was trying to keep the whole Christmas vibe going. So I have some of these little poinsettia flowers. I have these beautiful stickers. They're like the vintage stickers style. I have some washi tape. I don't want to overly, decorate these because, again, I want to fit at least 2 in each pocket. Maybe 3. Is that pushing it too much? Let's see. Maybe 3, as long as I keep it, keep them not too thick. All right. So, gosh, this is just gorgeous. I mean, just look at this. Just something like that. Oh, okay. Well, once it goes down, just FYI. Now let me get. Distressing. That's the word I was trying to look for earlier, guys. Distressing. Let's distress some. Let's do vintage photo. But it's simple, but look how beautiful that is. Ugh, I love it. I feel like it needs something else, though. I love how that looks. Okay. So these are actually pretty. See, this is the problem. This is. I wonder if I can. Oh, how would that look? Okay, we're gonna do that. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Okay. I forgot to do the other side. Some of these things take such a long time, you know, and then it's just like silence as you're working on it, or at least that's how I am. Okay, I got them all distressed. Let's see. Okay, guys, so I just want to, oh, wait, no, I knew that there was something else that I wanted to do. I really like how that looks. So while my glue gun heats, I wanted to show you the variations very quickly that I made of the little journaling cards. Simple decorating them, not going overboard again, because we want them to fit comfortably in the envelopes, the paperclip envelopes, so that you can put them into your journal. So just close up, I just want to show you. Let's see if it focuses on me. So here's this one. Very simple. It's probably my favorite. And that's it. So again, each one has writing space in the back. So let us take these little poinsettia flowers, paper flowers, just waiting for it to heat up. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the thumbs up. If you didn't, well, you can hit the thumbs down. That's okay too. Feel free to leave a comment if there is something specific that you want us to make together. Let me know if you like this style of video. I don't like to make the videos too long, but if you guys are looking for step by step and not fast forwarding, I'm happy to do that as well. Sometimes it's just more so just the time of not talking. So the silence that causes me to fast forward. So for anybody that's interested, this is a Ryobi battery operated glue gun. It doesn't have a precision tip, which is probably one of the things that I find very interesting. I'm wondering if you can get a precision tip for it, but there's so many other glue guns that you can get. Oops, sorry. I almost hit the camera. It usually goes really quick, but it wasn't. Okay. Look how pretty that is. Oh, love it. I think I'm going to do one more like that. I don't know where I left them. Ugh, look at this mess I'm going to have to clean up. Okay, and then the other two, I have like no more room on here. I have so much. That's a pretty green, but too much, not enough contrast. guess I really don't have any there. This seems to be the only one. I don't like that. Okay. I'm gonna do the same then for the last two. I just didn't like how the buttons looked. Okay, let me just move this aside really quick so that I can kind of sort of show you guys. Okay. Let us, okay. Oh, you know what I didn't do? We never did this. Okay. So just so that I can show you guys up close, they're pretty much identical, but here are the little poinsettia and hollyberry envelopes. That's the back. And so what we'll do is we'll take 2 journaling cards. You can fit 3 in there. And this is the Christmas journal that I made last year. It was actually the very first journal that I made. Maybe it was the first Christmas journal. But let's say I want this right here. Oh, look how nice that looks. And you see it doesn't add a ton of bulk. Now it's a little bit more because of the poinsettia. So if you choose not to do the poinsettia, but if you didn't do the poinsettia, you can see it's still super thin, right? How cute is that? I mean, look at that. That's just adorable. Or let's find another page. Maybe this page here. Maybe just you need a little bit of. There you go. You can have it like that. And then, oh, I love how that turned out. Or if you just want a full page. A page right here. How about that? And pull it out. And then write a little note. Put it back in. And close your book. Oh, all right, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you're new here and you like this video and other crafts that I may do, both paper wreaths, whatever it is that I feel like doing, that I'm inspired to do and share, hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button is actually what I'm trying to say. And I will talk to you guys next time. Bye, guys.